in linking some of those debts to like commodities and also to having access to different kinds of resources within the continent. But I mean, it's something that we need to wait and see how much of an economic and political dependence will a lot of the countries that are not solvable in terms of their debt will be to China rather than to other countries, I mean, to Western countries like they have historically been.
Okay. Ali Khan, can countries afford to wait and see what sort of debt they're going to be in to China, or is it already too late?
Well, I think in some cases it's too late, and in some cases the dominoes are falling. In Zambia, you got a Eurobond price at 70 cents, and the dollar, if you follow the markets, that's telling you that basically Zambia's bust. Its biggest lender is China, so we're going to watch this situation now in real time unfold in front of our eyes, and there are a number of other situations which are very, very similar. If I can just return to the previous question in one way, I think China very much bet on the elites, on the leadership of the African continent. And what we're watching now is a very fluid moment. I'm sitting in Nairobi. Just look at what's happening over the border in Uganda with the situation with President Museveni and Bobby Wine, this pop star who's very popular. And we're watching a generational shift from folks who fought for independence to the born-free generation. And when I listened to President Xi Jinping, it was quite sophisticated. He was talking about inclusive growth. He was talking about Africans feeling the growth on the street. And I think that's increasingly an important point that Xi Jinping is understanding, is that, this all-in bet, limit-long bet on leadership at a moment when leadership is about to be upended in many places is a very interesting moment for China to handle, and I think we've got to keep an eye on that. But look, make no mistake, I mean, these projects are not delivering the return on investment that they should be delivering. They're just simply not going to do it. In some cases, they're never going to do it. And the point is, what's going to happen when this becomes evident to many, many people? And we're seeing that evidence in front of our eyes. And I think that's the challenge for China. I also think we can't lose sight of the overall geopolitical situation. We've got President Trump rattling Xi Jinping's golden cage, looking to bottle up China and the South China Sea, not keen on an expansion into the Indian Ocean. So you've got a lot of other cross currents which are at play at the moment. And I think we've got to watch them all unfold. But it is a fluid situation in my view.
And Wang, does that not concern China that it's going to be saddled by all of these bad loans which can never be repaid?
It is certainly a concern for...
There you have it. Zambia is one of the first countries that have failed to pay, and we are doomed. What do we do next? I'm so upset to find out that we are doomed. Of all the countries in Africa, we are the ones who are doomed. I don't know what our leaders do or where they take their money. Certainly Zambia is very rich. I don't know how they're failing to pay the money, and they continue borrowing money. It's very dangerous because our children are the ones who are going to suffer. China will officially maybe take Zambia. We are going to be the prime example to other countries in Africa. And this really hurts me. It really hurts, and I'm very disappointed. Share and subscribe.